everyone, thatoldnerfguy here. Today I take the first ever dart zone revolver blaster, the Quickfire 12, and I compare it with its little brother, the Dinoblitz. Welcome to Tag. For this, let's start like some 10 years ago with this. The Quickfire 12. Okay, this in that case I would have to call it a Quickfire 6 because I have only one cylinder and only 6 of the original dart. Understand this was the early days of the hobby, so those darts were not perfect, but they were pretty much similar to what Nerf or other companies were offering back then. Same kind of diameter. And we had the neat feature of an interchangeable cylinder that you could just grab it, put it in, and your blaster will be reloaded. That was a neat feature. This thing sounds completely unrestricted, and to check it all around, it didn't change in design that much over time, except for maybe the dart. So now we're gonna jump to today, which will be a modern blitzfire, which is a 2016 blaster, but it's a brand new offering in the Adventure Force. So they're about 10 years apart, 6 years in reality, with the included dart. Since the hobby evolved, Dart Zone developed their dart to be quite the best in the market, like pretty much what you think when you think of dart: Adventure Force Pro Dart, Adventure Force Dart Zone Max Dart, Adventure Force Waffle Tip. There is new Diamond Dart. They have evolved and they perfected it. They're not called Dart Zone for nothing. They have the best dart, but they started over this. We see the evolution over time. That you understand now why Chinese companies sometimes have shorter dart. They are on the old measurement that we used to have. They don't have the new spec for the full length dart. That's why we have old design and length all the time. But both of these blasters are more similar than we think. Yeah, they're both 2 6-shot revolver, top prime, made from Primetime Toys. They are both Dart Zone. Okay, this one is Adventure Force, but it's a Dart Zone Blitzfire, as it says here. And more than that, if you prime it completely, this one got nothing coming out the back. And if you prime it, this one does. But if you put them cylinder to cylinder, I can assure you they are much more close brother than different blaster. They pretty much have the same system except for the indexing, because this one index when you press the trigger and this one don't. This one indexes when you prime it. But other than that, Dart Zone had the design back then. They only made the dart evolve. Now, among those years, because this is an original Toys R Us Dart Zone Quickfire 12 from 2010, from 2010 if I remember correctly. This is really an old thing and it lasts. It was very good quality plastic with paint pretty much everywhere. The hinges are good, the mechanism work super crisp. I don't like to dry fire it because like there is no restrictor in this thing, and it's still kind of sealed. This thing, yeah, it's unrestricted, and if you look at the bottom of the barrel, they pretty much are the same, with the same size hole at the bottom, the same maybe dimension, because this cylinder is pretty big because of the tip here. Otherwise, they're pretty much the same size. This one a little thicker, but that's it. Let's compare them in difference, because in those 10 years, something kind of evolved. This prime is pretty light. This one is slightly more firm, but this blaster got a rattling prime. This one not that much. This was not the same exact same design, but you see, Dart Zone nailed the 6-shot revolver way back then. I would love to see like a Dart Zone Pro or Adventure Force Pro revolver, something rear load, half dart. That would be amazing, because this thing, out of the box, this one, the Quickfire, you can somewhat shoot half dart, maybe a rebarrel, because the bottom is very tight to hold the dart, but the front is pretty loose, so maybe a rebarrel would allow you to shoot even more efficiently the half dart. This thing it was gonna be in my next video. We're gonna remove that little flap that's preventing us from shooting half dart, and we're gonna upgrade the spring. But first, I want to compare it with its older brother, the origin of the 6-shot revolver in Dart Zone. So to do this, I'm gonna do it for this test with their dart, the Adventure Force Waffle, and I'm gonna test it with X-Dart, meaning I'm gonna put 3 Adventure Force, 3 X-Dart to see if there's a difference inside of those, and I'm gonna check average of both blaster to compare them. So first, let's load the Quickfire. I put 3 Adventure Force, and I'm gonna put 3 X-Dart in that thing. Okay, like that. Okay, so they're both loaded. Let's try the Quickfire. .53, not. It didn't index. It didn't index. I think the waffle tip dart are a little long for this blaster. 56 with the X-Dart. Let's help it a bit. 53 with the Adventure Force. 59 with the X-Dart. 57 with the Adventure Force. And 54 with the X-Dart. Giving us an average of 55, 53 minimum, and a 59 maximum. That's okay for what, 10, 11-year-old blaster? That is pretty cool, but the full-size Adventure Force dart is just rubbing on the front here, like preventing us from shooting it. So in this one, I would suggest you take the shorter X-Dart. They are a way better fit in this, or just shove half dart down the barrel. This one now, it's gonna be Adventure Force 80 FPS, X-Dart 85, 81 with the Adventure Force, 85 X, 79 Adventure Force, and 87, 86.9 with the X-Dart, giving us a 68 average, minimum 53, a maximum of 86.9. No, it's not. The average should be more like 80. I didn't reset the chronograph, but still, we had a maximum shot of 86 with this blaster, and minimum was like, if I'm checking the 6 last shot, minimum was 78. That one got more power, a little more stiff on the prime, but that's it. They had a perfect 6-shooter back then, and they just replicated it, like for the blitzfire, and kept the design. That is neat. So apart from a big evolution in those little guys into way different shape and form over time, the blaster themselves didn't change that much, because I'm sure that with just a slightly stiffer spring, this one and this one would be equal. Interesting. That's it for this video. In the meantime, you can always follow me on Facebook and Instagram at thatoldnerfguy. Please leave a like and comment, subscribe for more content. Don't forget to hit that bell to stay notified for my latest video. This was Dave for Tag. See you next time. Bye.